What's up with that? Cold and freaking rainy. Ugh. It is currently 43.8 degrees, and it just stopped raining like 2 seconds ago. I went out and washed down the windshield a little bit, well, wiped it down. So let me say hello. We're not at the Rio, we're at the Gold Coast, but we're going to do some cruising. What do we got? 66 people. That's a good start. Excuse me. I might have to blow my nose every once in a while. I am fighting off some kind of cold or whatever the heck it is. Hot chocolate engaged. Maria, Sony, Chris, Nat, and Frank, Janice, Maria, Sylvia, post office tomorrow, Sylvia. I'm looking forward to that. Mary Leathers, Angie, Venus. I want to catch up with everyone. Tom Mack. Sherry's here. Going down the list. I think I'm getting everyone. Yeah, all right. If you're new, feel free to go ahead and chat. Christine, Happy New Year to you too. It is, right? It is cold. Like unseasonably cold. It's been so warm. Val Marie, thank you. I don't know what I like I always say, don't claim it. My body is fighting it. You could probably hear it, but yeah, I just had to get out. Bert, sorry for being a half hour late, but it is what it is. Captain Lope, Great Dane Mom, Gary with covering the gas tank activities. Thank you very much for the 20 Bananaramas. Scott's got a gift for me too. That is, you guys are freaking awesome to me. I appreciate it. Milo, what's happening? Diane, oh, did you get the twofer? I think you got the twofer. Venus hooking me up with the 10 Bananaramas from you and Jim. I appreciate that for more gas. All right, that should give me, I got a half a tank. You're fighting something off too, Mary? I don't know what it was. I think my immune system is on point. When was the last time you ever heard me say that I might have even caught something? I don't think it's been ever. This is 3 firsts. This is the first drive-in chat and live stream for 2024. This is the first time we've ever been out driving in the rain. And I think it's the first time I've ever been fighting anything off during a live stream. In the past, it happens every couple of years. But there's so many people in town from all over the planet. So sometimes that does put a little ding in the immune system activities, but it'll be gone. It started, if you heard me on, when was that? New Year's Eve, bonk, bonk. It was just starting to kick in. It's not really bad. It's just a sore throat and, a couple other things. My body is fighting. Now, being that it's raining, I'm going to be stupid careful because most of these people do not know how to drive in the rain. Caribbean, what's going on? Sherry, what's happening? But you will hear a couple of those here and there. I'll mute if I have to blow my nose. That might be a little too TMI-ish. Stuart, what's happening? Yeah, these people do not know how to drive in the rain. But I want to go do 2 things. We'll go the back way. This is, where the heck are we? Valley View. I want to go the back way and see if they did indeed turn the Luxor into a giant freaking bag of Doritos. I saw that on the news. I found that a little hard to believe. I don't know if it was a Photoshop. I know they put a Doritos commercial. I didn't know if they covered the entire thing. That would be like really piss poor. Yeah, I'm going to be looking both ways. I'm going to be looking all 4 ways. You never know with these people. I'm going to go in full-blown granny mode. Where's the granny switch? All right, granny switch depressed. Excuse me. Forgive my coffins and whatnots. Tom Mack with the 10 Bananaramas. Thank you very much. Gasoline is covered. So, if you're new, I'm going to invite you to do all the stuffs, the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, and the hitting of the bells. That's the sexy one. Hit the bells. Hit all the bell buttons. YouTube likes when you guys do that. And I got coffee on deck. Yeah, hot tea and honey. Yeah, look, I'm still on the Christmas. Christmas is like year-round for me. It just comes to the forefront this time of year. Trees probably staying up till the end of the month. I like to keep it up till the end of January-ish. So I'm excited about that. All right, let me slug on this coffee. Maybe it'll clear my throat a little bit. I gotta stop by. Where do I have to go after this? I gotta go to Smith's. I want to see if they have any. Their eggnog this year was on point. I want to go see if they have any more eggnog. And gotta go buy a piece of meat. All right. What do we got? 118 people. That's a good thing. Shout out Guam. What's up, Joey? All right, so let's cruise up the back way again. This is, where the hell are we? Valley View. We'll come up between, as if we were going to the Vidara, and we'll bounce out that way by the Aria. This is just about rush hour here in Vegas, but we shouldn't really run into traffic. I wish it was still raining. I mean, do something. Freaking downpour. But it is kind of chilly. Well, now it's showing up as 45.2. Tomorrow, if I'm still fighting this off, I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe I'll go for a walk. We'll see. It's good to get the blood flowing. Helps fight these things off. I did everything. I did the vitamin D. I did the vitamin C. I did the elderberry. I did the zinc. I did the Zycam. I'm going to be in good shape momentarily. Good sleep. And I did, what do you call it? NyQuil last night. It's like my favorite. The NyQuil sleep. And I slept until like friggin' 10:30 for the first time in forever. Excuse me. Yeah. Maria, I did not get anything. Well, I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow. Maybe something showed up. Yeah, I think I need a rest. That's what I need. I need a good rest. I've been burning it at both ends. It's 30 by you? California. Yeah, that's where this is coming from. They said there's like a California winter storm or something. Yeah, I know, Sherry. I'm going to drive like... I gotta really pay attention to these people. I let everyone go. I'm like, go ahead, go right, like this guy, go right ahead. Yeah, expert rain driver. It rains once a year. Wow, 15 is packed. I'll give you views in a minute to the side. Let's get where we're going first. So, what do we have to talk about? We got to talk about a bunch of stuff. We have to talk about the new city ordinance that took place. I was going to make a separate video about it. Maybe I will. But the new city ordinance says, in the wisdom of our, if you stop on a walkway here in Las Vegas, from today moving forward. Now, how are they going to enforce that? I have no idea. Are they going to put a cop on, like if you stop right here, you could technically get a fine. I don't know about all that. And you know what it's about. I mean, it's pretty freaking simple to figure out. They say it's for safety and to keep people moving, and by no means is it meant to stop people from enjoying the town and taking selfies, but it does not say that in the ordinance. They said the meaning behind it is not to discourage people from enjoying the town, taking selfies and getting their Instagram moments. It's to keep everyone safe. And by safe, they mean anything that causes the flow of foot traffic over the walkway to come to a stop. Coincidentally, right after they figured out that during F1 people were able to watch the race and that they could not stop the people from sitting up there, standing up there, and getting free views of F1. So this year they bent the knee to F1, and this is my belief, and said they're going to make this ordinance. And they say it's not to stop people. Yes, it is, because you would have put that in the ordinance. You know, feel free to stop and take an Instagram. No, you must keep in motion. This is what the ordinance says. You must keep in motion at all times. So they bent the knee. F1 wins. Nobody's going to get to stand up there, sit up there, nothing like that. Of course, the hustlers and the buskers cannot, and the less fortunate, the homeless people, cannot stand there anymore and beg, and no more, that guy who's, give me a buck because I don't give an F, and, that idiot and a bunch of the other ones, they'll all have to move along. How will they enforce it? Will it take a cop on every single walkway? Probably. But maybe they'll install a camera with facial recognition. Who knows? That's what I would do. But still kind of messed up. The other reason I think they did it was specifically for the bridge between the P and the Win. Because on that bridge, what else can you see from there free of charge? Which this town has a problem with anything that's free of charge, of course. So you can see the sphere, and you can get a lot of beautiful pictures of the sphere from that walkway. That's going to be discouraged from now on. So now you're not going to be able to see the sphere. Excuse me. You can hear that crap in my lungs. Now let's see what the, is it a giant Dorito? Let's see. Is it a giant Dorito? I don't know. I can't tell. I gotta be like stupid careful, especially with this a-hole next to me. Is it a giant Dorito? Looks like a giant Dorito. Oh, come on, big bus. Get out the way, yo. It is a giant Dorito. The entire front, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the entire front of the Luxor is a Dorito ad. Oh my God. Seriously? Yeah, you can't see that. Well, let me see if I can bump the exposure real quick. You can see it. That's a bit too much. Look at that. Can you see it? It is indeed a giant Dorito ad. Yikes. So they're going to stop people from walking on those walkways. Well, not walking, stopping. And they don't have anything that differentiates stopping for an Instagram moment or, sitting there and busking and trying to get $1 here and there. And it's for public safety. No, it's for friggin' F1. We all know it. Duh. I can't believe it is. It's a giant freaking Dorito ad. That's classy. Excuse me. This town does not cease to amaze me anymore. Nothing surprises me. They've been talking about it for a long time. They tried to do it. They were trying to get that passed before F1. They just didn't get around to it. It never happened. So, of course it will now, because now people won't be saying what I'm saying. Such as, hey, that's for F1. Yeah, and the Super Bowl and everything. Exactly. So no more using the bridges as free viewing sites. And if you think about it too, We just got over the drama of F1 and traffic. For the past week, traffic has been pretty decent on the strip, which you'll see momentarily, because just about everything is torn down. However, starting this coming Monday is all the road closures for the lead up to the Super Bowl, which means that they are once again going to shut down in front of the Bellagio fountains. They are once again going to put a giant thing in front of there. Not as big as the grandstands, of course, but CBS paid to have a giant pavilion built where the F1 stands are. So again, traffic will be obscured over there. Visuals will be obscured. Construction's gonna be crazy. You might or might not be able to walk over there. Let's see, who else is doing it? I think they're doing something similar where the grandstands were in front of the Mirage too. And they already announced all the various street closures, which are closer to this end of the strip, but yay. You digging my channel? That's cool. I'm glad I could bring this stuff to you, you know. Yeah, it's going to be more extensive, Double Eagle. It's going to be more extensive than what they did for the draft. It's going to be, like I said, it's a CBS sponsored. The fountain makes the ultimate backdrop. It looks good on TV at the expense of, you know, people who came to town to look around and see fountains and be able to walk unimpeded. So it's going to be a trip. So I'm going to gird my loins and get ready for the traffic for the next month or so. Ms. Google. Carolyn's in the house. Yeah, it's going to be weird. 01 Vet. I like that name. I wonder how much they got paid to put that Dorito ad up there. That's going to be nuts. All right, hold on a second. Quick pause. I'm so not used to fighting off colds and stuff. I'd rather break a bone than catch a cold, you know? Alright, let's maneuver over. Come on, let me go, bro. I kind of like that side angle a little bit. That's alright. So is everyone waiting around for the all the names to be revealed today? I know I was, but then they announced that they're not going to reveal the names today. I think they're, you know, waiting for these people who are going to leave the country before the names get announced, if you know what I'm saying. Or, well, the other thing was one of the people on that, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I do apologize, but I think you do. One of the people, who's a woman, what do they call it? Jane Doe 107. She was named so many times, she says that, you know, she's actually scared and this and that. Well, we're scared of you because you're a freak. And we still want to find out what you were doing on that island. Who do we think that is? What woman was going there so often that she's now afraid for her name to come out? Oprah? Could be Oprah, I don't know. I think it's Oprah. Or Christy Teigen, or Teague, whatever her name is. She's another freakazoid. Yeah, they have put it up on Fox. I mean, that list has been around forever. It's been leaked or whatever. But, you know, it's supposed to be official. Whatever. I know whose name's not going to be on that list, to most people's disappointment. And of course, the spin campaign is like going like crazy. Yeah, but the other side raised taxes. What does one have to do with another? Why do you want to protect these people? Like, you know, if they were on my team, I would still want them exposed either way. You know, we're talking about some really bad stuff. And these are really bad people. It should have nothing to do with politics whatsoever. But people are drawing the line because it's political. It just so happens that, you know, most of the people who are frequent flyers happen to be with one party. But I don't really care whose party they belong to. They all belong exposed. I don't understand why people are willing to defend that or obscure the issue. Well, hey, Bror Fredrik, you know, the tax situation is what? What do taxes have to do with these freaks harming children? You know what I'm saying? Stop protecting them. Stop running interference for them. That's what I'm gonna say. We already know who's on this list. Bill. Yeah, all the people who are like, and you hear the other ones like, we'll leave in the United States if they make that list public. Yeah, I would too. Well, you know what I'm saying? Duh. Just because we went to that island 400 times doesn't mean we knew what was happening. Okay. Deal. Prove it. Now's your opportunity to prove it. Now's your opportunity to explain yourself. We don't have to explain anything. Okay. Yeah, just stop running interference for them. Suck it up. You know, unfortunately, if you're aligned with, you know, the party who's, you know, perpetrating that stuff, you know, maybe there's a wake-up call. That's all I'm saying. I don't care. I mean, even if it was the other side of the aisle, I would not personally give a shit. I wouldn't be defending them. Like, hey, I wouldn't defend it. I would just be like, what, they did what to children? When's the trial? Is there room in Gitmo? I just don't understand how that's defensible whatsoever. It's a conspiracy. I don't think so. There goes Amber. What up, Amber? I wish it would just pour already. But it's kind of interesting. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. It is super duper clear though. The rain just takes all the funk out of the air. I kind of like that. Mario with the 3 banana ranas. Thank you. BSKY. You enjoyed that video? That's cool. I did put up that. That was an interesting video. I hear that question so often. And there's two things. Like when people say, F them. You know, if, I got a hand pay, I'm not tipping because, you know, they don't tip me when I lose. I get that 100%. Sometimes I don't tip either, especially on those stupid-ass $1,204 ones, you know, which I think are a conspiracy. But a big one, yeah, perhaps. Bigger. Or, like, if I'm not into the machine already and I just put in, like, you know, $100 and it spits out 13, you know, on a bonus, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm feeling a little generous. I'm more apt to give the money to a cocktail waitress. But I hear that all the time. And then the flip side of that is, oh, no, I do, you cheap bastards. You got to tip 20, 30%. These are working people. Yeah, they're getting paid regardless. Number two, they split the tips. Number three, you know, the universe isn't going to open up a plethora of gifts to you, you know, for being, you know, that whole karma thing. It's good karma to tip. It's good karma. Karma is the most overused bullshit expression in the English language. Karma. Karma chameleon. Karma. Oh, it's good karma. Okay, you say so. Keep, it's your money. Whatever. Far be it for me to say. But, excuse me, that's a nice view right there. The thing that surprised me most is no one mentioned the accident we witnessed right in the middle of that video. That was 10:30 yesterday morning, I believe it was. Yeah, 10:30 yesterday morning. I was out, I was doing a couple things. I'm like, let me bust this video out. And 5 minutes and 25 seconds into that video, we witnessed the T-bone accident. Boom. And you could hear the screech. And it was right. It was we just passed the spot a little while ago. And nobody mentioned that. I mean, is nobody watching the video that long? But I'm surprised no one saw that. I did stop and make mention of it, but that was crazy. That was normally the T-boner is and the T-bonee is reversed, but that is the most common accident here in Las Vegas. That was a MGM limo that hit the other car. I mean, how do you not see that? He came out the light pretty fast, but that other person who got hit, there was 3 or 4 cars that went through that red light like it was nothing. And this guy just stopped looking left, right, left, right, left, right. I looked left, right, left, right, left, right like freaking 10 times. And I count to 5 before I move because these people are crazy. I got T-boned. I do not want to get T-boned again. Getting T-boned sucks. Eating T-bones is good. Getting T-boned blows. That guy's probably going to lose his job. Granted that other person ran the red light, but still, how do you not see that car in front of you? Yeah, that was not good. Usually it happens the other way. Normally, that limo would have been the one who got the T-bone, but that limo driver obviously wasn't paying attention or something. So he'll probably lose his job. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I made a short of that too, just to show. I thought people would stop in their tracks and be like, damn, because how often do you witness an accident while I'm doing anything? Driver chat or another video. If someone would have got hurt, I definitely would have stopped. It wasn't that hard because that guy really wasn't moving. He just clipped it real good. I'm normally one of those, jam on the brakes, jump out, see if I could help type of people. I got a medical bag in the back with your basic stuff. I replace it every once in a while. I got to show you all my go bags one of these days. I got a survival type go bag and I have a medical go bag. I think I got a link in the description for it too, some EDC stuff. And I have that one. And what do I got in there? I got a tourniquet in there. I got bandages in there. All sorts of stuff. I got iodine, alcohol, saline solution in case, someone's eyes get burnt or whatever. I got stuff in there. I got a sling. It's got it was a kit that I bought, and it's got 100 different things. Scissors, for cutting off people's clothes and that type of shit. A little booklet, how to stop bleeding. Your basic stuff. And I hope I never, ever have to use it, to be perfectly honest. What is going up on that billboard? Dita, Las Vegas. Potted Potter? What the fuck is that? Look at these guys. They're like, what up? One love, says Unrendered. I'm down with you, buddy. Or buddy yet. I don't know I don't want to misgender you or nothing. Yeah, I mean, that other person was in the wrong for running the light, but at the same time, how do you, I just don't know, how do you not see that? You know, he obviously was just looking straight ahead and just gassed it, you know? He just put his foot on the gas. Otherwise, he would have got hit, you know, he would have been the one who got hit. But how do you not visualize a car about to be in your path and not hit? Like, you can tell when he made contact with that other car, he was not on the brakes whatsoever. He was accelerating. So yeah, he got some splaining to do. Like, in this town anyway, see, the problem is, if the cops get called on an accident, even if you could be stopped at a light, and if you get rear-ended and you call the cops, everyone gets a ticket. It's just it's just a rule here in Las Vegas. Everyone gets a ticket. Like, when I got T-boned, I got freaking T-boned. They gave me a ticket. And I'm like, what? What am I getting a ticket for? I was the one who got T-boned. I was going through, you know, I had the green. I was at cops as usual. I had the right of way. I was driving, and this person ran a red light, wasn't paying attention whatsoever, and T-boned me right in an intersection. Totally in the right. And the cop says, listen, you call the cops. We have to give everyone a ticket. Don't worry, it's easy to fight in court. What was the ticket, you might ask? It was failure to yield. That's the go-to ticket if there's no fault involved. Like, one of those people will get a ticket for running the light, and the other person will get a failure to yield, which means you should have been able to stop given the circumstances, even though the officer did not witness it. There's a chance that you could have been able to stop, thus failure to yield. And sure enough, they tossed that shit out of court so freaking fast. It wasn't even funny. But, you know, the insurance company looks at that and they're like, hey, wait a second. You know, you got a ticket too, and then that changes the liability quotient, and now it's 50-50, and no, hold up, you don't understand, it's Las Vegas, this is how they do things, and then you got to extend it because you got to go to court, and hopefully you get a court date, but then you hire, Better Call Saul to fix it for you, which is what I did, because I didn't want the insurance company assigning any fault to me because of a dumb policy here in Las Vegas, and I was able to circumvent that. But that's what happens when the cops get called. Everyone gets a ticket. They don't take out tape measures. They don't investigate. They're just like, tickets for everyone. Step on up. Come on down. Take your tickets. So that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta call Saul Goodman. My lawyer's kind of Saul Goodman-ish. That's why I like him so much. Yeah, and then that's exactly what happens. If you don't get that ticket tossed, your insurance goes up too. So that's why I called Saul Goodman, and they got out of that too. Your insurance did not go up for that. But a lot of people don't know that. And the only reason, I knew better, but the only reason I called the cops is because that person who T-boned me tried to leave. It would have been a hit and run. So that person was attempting to leave. So I called the cops and whatnot. Not that it really mattered, but blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go see what's going on down here. Tickets for everyone. We're going to stop right here. Oh, skidded a little bit. Hot shit. Don't be beeping at me, bro. Alright, let's adjust. Yeah, it's a total racket. The ticket was, what the hell was the ticket? It was $150. It was $150. The Saul Goodman law firm or whatever it was, it's, you know, it's a typical thing here. They're trying to do away with that type of stuff, but, you know, like lawyers being able to handle this shit for you. Lawyer charged me only $75, and he got the whole thing tossed. Like, my entire out-of-pocket was $225. They never, because, you know, they couldn't charge me, you know, for the obstructing, because I got freaking T-bone. All the judges know what that means. Not obstructing, failure to yield. All that means is you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. You woke up that day and left your house. That's all that means. So there was a filing fee, like the lawyer's fee, the filing fee, the court fee, and there was one other fee. I never had to actually pay for the ticket. And then I presented that to the insurance company that it was thrown out of court, and they were like, all right, cool. But I had like 3 weeks to do it or some such nonsense before they reevaluated the estimate. You know, the, what do they call that? Assigning of fault, you know, 75, 25, 60, 40, and all that shit. They were prepared to do 50-50 because it was 2 tickets, you know. The insurance company doesn't want to hear that shit because they want to get out of paying. But I beat them under the wire, so I got covered for that nonsense. The sphere. Yeah, my lawyer's a trip. Ask my lawyer what 2 plus 2 is. He, like, shuts the door, closes the blinds. He's like, how much you want it to be? Yeah. That's the kind of lawyer you need. Comparative negligence. There you go. I like that. Yeah, see, this guy's smart AF. He just cruised directly through all the traffic in the rain. Steve Z. Hey, bro, how much you want it to be? 5 costs X amount, 7 costs X amount, 3 costs X amount. Well, what if we just say 4? Then you don't need me. The world of Android has said, this guy, no. Dude, don't be freaking racing in the rain. That's boneheadish. No drop-offs, what is that? Relatively no traffic, so we'll enjoy this for what, like another week perhaps, before it turns into a complete shit show, thanks to Super Bowl. I thought New Year's Eve was fun. You know, that was a little different what I had to do. You know, for those of you who watched, well, the 8,500 of you that watched, normally I do that from the Rio top deck, but they had that blocked off for hotel guests only. They wised up, you know, and where the hell are we going? Holy shit. But one of the security guards was like, yo, give me $50 and I'll let you up there. Like unauthorized, just like, yo, cash at me, you know? And I was like, no. And I went down on the 3rd floor and it was this identical view, which was kind of cool. Man, the actual F. I gotta turn around somewhere over here. Excuse me. I thought the fireworks show was pretty awesome compared to the previous year. More hotels participated. It was about the same length. Actually, it was a little bit shorter. I was going to call for 8 minutes, but it was about 6.5. I like that little dramatic pause that they did. They were like, like when they dropped the beat at the old Volcano show, they pulled off one of those deals, like they paused the fireworks and everyone was like, yeah, and then they kicked it back up again. That was cool. I've never seen that during a fireworks show. So they'd pull the psych on everyone. And the only thing that was different was the air was so dead. It was not moving whatsoever. That towards the end, the fireworks started to be obscured a little bit by its own smoke. It's still cool, but I don't know. I had fun. I thought that was absolutely awesome. Kyle in the house, Mike K, Steve Z. You woke up just in time. That's freaking awesome. They have not announced the next act for the Sphere. Oh, you know whose name is supposedly on that list? Mr. Bono himself. Mr. Humanitarian. Who else? Cher? Yeah, but Bono's name. He was supposed to be a visitor to the island. Not the island of misfit toys. You know which island I'm talking about. Yeah, Bono. That's gonna be interesting. Wonder what kind of welcome he's gonna get. Same welcome as Green Day, who bowed the knee and licked the boots, the corporate boots. Green Day. Bunch of 50-year-old men with friggin' mascara on, talking shit. Wow, there's so many people living at the side of the road over here. Friggin' yikes. Shout out Seagull Sweets. Yeah, that island. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, Bono. I didn't think Bono was on there, but yeah. Supposedly he's on there, and who else is on there? Cher is definitely on there. A few other name brand, well, tons of name brand people. Bono. So Bono's one of them, huh? Yeah, Rage Against the Machine for the establishment, exactly. It's funny how Rage Against the Machine, back in the day, I just almost got smashed in the back. That guy was so far up my butt. Oh, where are we? Flamingos? I don't even know where we're going. Like Rage Against the Machine back in the day was considered like far left. You know, because they were talking about if you can, I'm not going to do what you tell me. If you won't do what you tell me, that was considered, oh my God, how outrageous. Everyone's panties are in a bunch. Like NWA was considered radical, for calling out 5-0 and whatnot. And then you get Green Day, shilling for the man 100%. Green Day. Where are we? I don't think I've ever been here in my entire life. Where are we? Somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll turn. F it. Excuse me. That's so sad they're no longer making these. The last one rolled off. I thought they'd still be making them by the time I had my midlife crisis and I was going to get one. Uncle Donnie? Really? No kidding. I don't know what road I'm on. I think I'm on University. Well, it was University Drive. Yeah, I really wanted one of those cars. Freaking boss. Now we're on Harmon. Is it? I can't. I mean, it's so hard to figure out where you are here in Vegas. Oh yeah, there it is. We're on University. F you won't do what you tell me. F you, I won't do what you tell me. And we're all like, yeah. We're all tapping our feet to Rage Against the Machine. Everyone's beeping, but this guy is right not to go because he has a red arrow. You don't F with the red arrow. You just don't. Alright, now you can go. Oh, that was a maneuver. Oh, we're by Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated. Let's see where we are now. Virgin. The Virgin. I haven't been there since the opening. I heard that place is really dying. I mean, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Still want to go back and see, what do you call it? The FB one of these days. I just got to stop by and see if I could do recon and find out if they have internet. Or, if someone happens to be in town, let me know in the comments if you were able to connect to their internet for any length of time and at what speed. Like, run a speed test. Speedtest.org. I need like at least 10 megabits up. And we'll walk around that place again. And it's something that's, no, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. It's not worth it. So many people are shilling for that place. It's unreal. I hear it's just dead. Like dead. Ghost town dead. But there's someone who posts on, I think, what do you call it, X or Twitter or whatever, like every 5 minutes how great it is. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what she said. I will not shill for no one. I am the anti-shill. That's why they don't give me free rooms in this town. They're like, oh shit. Fucking Bror Fredrik's gonna talk about how shitty our soap smells. Don't give him a free room. I look gift horses in the mouth. Take more than a free room to impress me, yo. Oh, they're still taking this down. This isn't... I read the report today that everything was down from F1. Obviously not. Can we cruise down here? Yeah, let's do it. Can we do it? I think we can do it. F you, I won't do what you tell me. F you, I won't do what you tell me. Alright, we gotta get the side views in. Blah. There goes some F1 activities. Wow, I never realized how massive the Planet Hollywood / Miracle Mile garage was until I came back here. What is that? Best of Las Vegas. Who's voted the best of Las Vegas? It's eggnog season. I feel like going back to Ellis Island. Wonder if they would remember me. Remember how they jumped me on the way out? Like I streamed my entire breakfast, but then they jumped me on the way out. Well, they jumped me with a bunch of females, so that wasn't too bad. They were like, hey, Bror Fredrik, what you up to now? I just like to film myself eating, mukbang, what I'm saying, right? And they were like, yeah, okay. Damn, this coffee's good. Yeah, the signal is freaking on point. Super tight tonight. Maybe it's the rain. I am literally pulling 7.5 megabits right now. I'm pushing. I'm not pulling, I'm pushing. Getting the story straight. This is the temporary bridge that is becoming permanent soon. That Italian place is good. I must try that. Well, Italian places are difficult for me because I can't eat. Well, they all have the gluten-free pasta, but I don't trust it just because someone says it. I ate some gluten-free pasta not too long ago, and I was just like, nah, there's something up with that. You know, because that's, you know, not like me. I mean, go back 5 years ago, I would have laughed at any dude who said they were gluten-free. I would have been like, man the fuck up. You know, that would have been me. So how do I know my cook isn't doing the same thing? But it's not. It's a Monsanto intolerance I have, not a gluten intolerance. So who knows? Maybe they're like, F it, make it in the same water. They'll never know. You know? Yeah, I used to think like the whole gluten thing was BS until I got caught up in it. I feel like going downtown. You want to drive downtown real quick? What do you think? What do you think? What do you know? We never did our Christmas downtown thing. Does anyone know if the tree is still up? That might be fun to do tomorrow night if you guys want to support the effort. If the tree is still up and it's not pouring. We have yeses on the downtown. Yeah, imported flour. Like, I got some from, like, straight up from Italy that I did not have a reaction to. And then I got some other ones that I did have a reaction to. I mean, you don't know. You just don't know. And for me, it's not worth it. The tree is gone already? They took the frickin' tree down? Frickin' Scrooge asses. The mall, they're taking all the decorations down, which is kind of beat. Yeah, let's drive around downtown. Maybe that'll inspire me. Enough of this sphere stuff. Blah. I can't slide on these tires. They are too grippy. Freaking Bridgestone. Got all the grip. Should've got some cheap ass tires. It's so quiet. Isn't this weird? Why is it so quiet? You can hear a mouse fart. It is so quiet out. Hey, shut up. Be quiet. Baby's sleeping. It's this bridge we're about to pass. That's the one they want to stop everyone from taking the selfies, because you can't see the sphere, but it's like freaking miniature. There's almost no point to it, but people don't like walking. Don't wake the baby. Did anyone else's parents pull that shit on you when you were a kid? On the baby sleeping, don't wake the baby. There wasn't any other babies in my house. I don't know what this baby was, you know? That couldn't be woken. I have not been to a Walmart yet. I bet they have. Or a Walgreens. I bet they have all the Valentine's Day shit up. The Golden Tiki. The Golden Tiki's kind of cool. I went there for the grand opening. I went there one other time to recon, but they got the stupid loud music going on, you know? I'll do stuff like that, you know, once I'm streaming on my own platform, because I do not have to worry about copyright claims whatsoever. Not that I'm gonna abuse it or anything, but I certainly do not have to worry about it. That's gonna be a thing of beauty. I could just do it. I could just play the radio in the car if I want to when I'm doing my own platform, which I took 2 days off from messing with. I'll get back on that tomorrow when I'm feeling a little more concentrated. I don't like taking that daytime cold medicine crap. That, I don't know, it doesn't agree with me. And it's gonna be Chinese New Year soon. Gong hei fat choi. Yeah, town's a bit dead. Well, everyone's inside too. What does it say now? 44.9 degrees currently, which in the desert that feels like 30. What is my favorite hotel downtown? Believe it or not, probably El Cortez. I just like that old school vibe. I don't like the Circa whatsoever. I know it's the new property and all that, and ooh, it's a hip place to be, but I don't like going anywhere where they have to scan my ID into their system to walk in the front door. As soon as a business does that, I just cross them off my list. I'm just like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. They should provide, everyone who they do that to, by law, they have to provide, like on a website, if you're putting cookies into someone's computer or you're storing their information, you must put your privacy policy. Where's my data going? How is it being used? Who has access to it? What do you do in case of data breaches? How are you protecting my data? They should be legally, they should be passing out a card to everyone whose license that they scan stating their policy, because you don't know. Oh, it's just going into our database. But don't worry, we erase it in 24 hours. Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit. You know, so as soon as they start with that scan your license crap, I mean, I don't care if someone wants to look at it, because it is a 21 and over establishment, but scan it, scan my asshole. You know, I'm just not that, I'll just never go. I don't care. They could be giving away money. I will just not go. What is that? Well, it depends how much money. I mean, I'd have to be at least 5 figures. 4 figures, I'd be like, nah. No. This whole strip is a gold mine. That has to be bought. This whole area over here has to be bought for them to put up another property like the FB. That's the only chance of survival this place has, this part of town. They have to knock all that down. You know, Taco El Gordo, everything has to come down so they could build another 1 or 2 resorts down here. You know, because it needs, it can't be isolated. FB, Fountain Blue, is isolated. The Strat is isolated. It's too, you know, they need to have like a quote-unquote city center type atmosphere over here. And the only way that's going to happen is if someone buys up those 2 or 3 blocks of strip mall. And that's going to be costly. Costly AF. Speaking of the FB, shout out FB. But back to that question, I do like El Cortez because it's just so old school. And Seagulls is good. Seagulls has good food in there. The Golden Nugget, I don't know. And that place to me has always had, for me, like, we all have our dark cloud casinos. That's one of my dark cloud casinos. Never won anything there. Never had any type of really good experience to speak of in there. Yeah, it's a dark cloud place for me. The golden nugget. On the Strip, I would have to say MGM is like that for me. That's a dark cloud place. Sahara's a dark cloud place. Where are we going? You digging the side angle, or you want the forward angle better? I kind of like the side angle. Yeah, MGM's your dark one. Yeah, I get it. What up, Captain Dave? You had that cough too, Steve? I mean, it's like, you could hear I'm a little congested. The cough is my body just trying to, it's not that dry cough that everyone warns. It's pretty freaking juicy. My body's definitely trying to expel some crap. And I've been checking, you know, my blood oxygen is still, like, last night during my sleep, it went down to like 94, 93 point something, which is kind of low for me. But that usually happens when I sleep anyway. It goes a little lower because I am a friggin' snorer. You know, that's me. But it was like 98 during the day today, so I'm not really concerned about it. Every 3 years, my body got to fight something off. I think it's just exposure to so many people. You know, over the past week and a half, there's people from all over from the four corners of this earth. There's people, you know, so they bring with them stuff that, you know, us natives have never seen or been exposed to. There are regional versions of colds and flus and whatever, you know. And the way I've been even pointing it out. Yeah, I'll let you go because I'm freaking awesome like that, even though you're from California. Oh, this coffee is good. What the hell was I talking about? Regional illnesses. Yeah, and I've been pointing it out too. People have been hacking and ganking all over the place, and nobody covers their freaking mouths anymore. You know, that's one thing. There's two things I wish would come back. One of them, oh, I should have freaking turned somewhere over here. Yeah, we should have turned. I think we'll make a right over here on Okie. No, we can keep going straight. I like the whole thing, the heat sensors, walking into the temperature sensors going into the hotels. They should have kept them freaking things up. I had no problem with them whatsoever. They were unobtrusive, they were fast, and, you know, even if you don't have the vid, which that was the purpose of them, even if you got a flu or a cold or something like that, you know, why should you be coming in and ganking all over everyone? You know, stay your ass at home. Like, I'm not out on the Strip because I'm not feeling 100%. I don't want to get people sick. The peppermint hippo. The hungry hippos. That's just me. I'm considerate like that. If I feel good tomorrow, man, it's a different story. Maybe I'll go expose people to myself. Yeah, let's go this way. Probably should have went the other way, but whatever. So they should have kept that around. I would have had no problem whatsoever with the temperature sensors. But oh my God, they had to pay someone old $13 an hour to stay there all day. Ooh, there go all the profits. And, you know, the whole hand washing, covering your face thing, that's out the window. Dudes are back to freaking peeing on their hands and walking straight out the door now. You know, back to the same nastiness it used to be. People aren't covering their mouths or nothing. Speaking of Circa. It's right there. See how there's like no traffic? Everyone went home. Town is mine again. I like this cruise. This is a nice cruise. That was Charleston we just passed. That the lawyer that got me out of that ticket I was telling you about is somewhere over here too. There's a lot of lawyers and crap over here. Barely even saw the stop sign if it wasn't for that blinking light. Nobody was seeing that. Boom, boom. Yeah, we'll swing around downtown momentarily. Right? And like wiping down the machines was cool. All that stuff. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time I was in a bathroom in a casino where I didn't have to frickin', you know, like play a game of Twister just to take a pee at a urinal because it's just so filthy on the floor. I mean, I can't even tell you. They don't even clean, they don't even mop the floors anymore. You know, all bets are off. And it used to be, oh, you know, everyone was so concerned and spraying this and spraying that. And, you know, that wasn't a vid thing. That's just a hygiene thing, you know? Wash your hands, wash your freaking whatever, you know? Clean the bathrooms. Now it's just like, screw it. Let them pee on the floor. You know, the Caesars properties are the worst. I mean, I think they mandate that, you know, the pee has to be, you know, a certain volume before they go in and clean it. You know, they look at it like, nah, that's not too bad. It's only look at that, right through the light. Bump. He's like, fuck it. Like, they literally look and they're like, it's not that bad. It's only a puddle 11 inches by 8 inches. That's within our standards here at Caesars. But the rest of the properties are just as bad. You know, it's like, really? And there's an attendant there, you know, making sure that the towels are full, but the pee on the floor is totally acceptable. It's like, ugh, gross. Needless to say, that's the first thing that I take off when I get home is my shoes. I mean, I did that anyway, but damn. That's nice. Look at that. Oh, except that is that kind of pride-ish looking? Yeah, kind of pride. Oh, I don't think I want to go down here. Nope. Looks like that's sufficiently gangstered up over there. What's going on down there, yo? Got all the police down there. It's where we took the bus once, right? Yeah, I remember taking a bus over here. Yeah. I'm so entitled, I'm just gonna stand and walk across the street like I don't care with my long hair. Alright, let's go. What's this guy doing? Yo, bro, what up? Zero F's are given tonight. Oh, here we are. We're officially downtown. Downtown, ghost town. Can I pull over here and go inside and get some Dunkin' Donuts? Wow, this is trippy. I'm usually the one walking here. There's nobody around. What up with that? Why am I whispering? Prime rib, $8.99. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's hang with you, Brenner. Let's do that again. No, we'll go on the other side. No, which way? Yeah, no. All right, we'll turn down Ogden. Yeah, I mean, I would hate to use my UV light in the bathrooms. It'd be freaking gross. But it's just like, you know, just how difficult it is just to pass a mop in front of the freaking urinals. I'm not saying get down there on your hands and knees and shit and clean it with your toothbrush, but I gotta step in puddles of pee. You know, and then it's self-fulfilling because the more puddles of pee there are, you have to stand back even further. You know, and if you kind of like, how would I say, length challenged or, you know, whatever, you might not be reaching. You know what I'm saying? So the further you stand back, then whatever, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But then I see people who are just like, who cares? And they just walk right in and they step in it. Oh, I don't want to go that way. What the hell am I doing? Don't want to go that way. And they're just like standing in it like it's nothing. And I'm like, wow, you're standing in a freaking river of pee, yo. Why are we talking about pee? Pee's nasty. Oh yeah, I am I am a firm believer in signals. I know people get annoyed by it on the live stream, but I am a signal user. Unlike, you know, a lot of people. I know I'm all about the signals. I think people appreciate it. That's my good quote-unquote karma. People appreciate that shit. Even the ones who don't use theirs appreciate it. Alright, this guy is going to walk right in front of me, being that I have the turn signal. Good. Alright, I'm still going to look freaking 10 times in both directions. Fresh mix. It was packed down here from the pictures that I saw for New Year's Eve. Yeah, for the most part, I follow the traffic laws, you know. So I don't want to die. Last night I was following a traffic law, and this woman was like, she pulled up next to me. She was so pissed, and she's giving me the finger and waving her fists, and she wanted to get out and kick my ass. You know, like, like, you cannot beat up a dude. Just chill. I understand you're pissed off, but don't threaten me to fisticuffs. You know, she could have been 300 pounds, it doesn't matter, but, you know, she's a frail woman. She's raising her fist. She's like, ah! She's raging. She was like threatening to get out of the car and do what? You know? Just stop. Some of these women are getting deluded with all these TV shows about women who could beat up men. And I almost encountered one of them last night. I took 5 Taibo classes in college. I'll kick your ass. It's like, yeah, all right. Good luck with that. Where are we? Oh, City Hall. All right. Turn signal. I like that. That's cool. I even put on my blinkers at least 100 feet before I turn. think it's 300 feet. Like you gotta see into the future to follow that law, which is kind of weird. Alright, where we going? I know where we're going. We'll make one more pass. What time is it? Oh, it's not. It's only 6:46. I think you guys are digging the drive. I'm digging the drive because it's freaking dead. There's no one on the road. It's freaking awesome. 30 miles an hour. All right, this is 30 miles an hour. I'm even going to obey this. Even though I could just open her up. Open up all 4 barrels. See, and I took my foot. Do you hear that? I take my foot off the accelerator. I see the red light up there. You know, what am I going to race up there? Look at this guy. I'm going to race up there. That's why I literally have never gotten my brakes changed in my entire driving life because I do shit like this. Like I've been coasting this whole time because why? Why not, you know? I haven't touched the brake yet. I timed it so that I probably won't even have to use it. Let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you when I'm going to put it on. Wait. And now. That's how much brake I used. Might have annoyed 7 people behind me, but, you know, I didn't kiss my ass. All right, hold on. I got to blow my nose. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm all about the coasting. Yeah, I see dinosaurs. You see them up there? There goes the Allosaurus. A Tyrannosaurus can kick its ass, but he's still pretty cool. Yeah, I heard that. I heard brakes. Someone told me that they had their brakes fixed, and it was like $1,000 to do all 4. That's nuts. But I've never had it because I don't, you know, I don't drive like that. I try to be smooth, you know, kind of like, you know, just kind of like smooth. I see the red light. I'm just going to take my foot off the gas and bebop up there. And half the time, by the time I'm ready to jump on the brakes, it turns green and I keep on going. You know, I like the smoothness of it. And other people, like, they race. And then they jam on the brakes. Jam on the brakes. Jam on the brakes. Yeah. See you at the brake shop. Not me. Like this. There's no reason for me to accelerate to get here. I'm just gonna freaking coast. Now, don't get me wrong. I like to freaking. Sometimes I'm just in the mood to let her rip, you know, do some F1. And you see me drive the F1 track. Sometimes I just get down, you know. I am a driver. I was more of a driver when I had my previous vehicles, all my BMWs, my Bavarian Motorworks, the ultimate driving machines. They just inspired you to do shit. And then again, I never put brakes on those because I just never used them. You know, if I wanted to turn this corner, make a left, I wouldn't even touch the brakes. Just, you know, because that's fun. Those cars were sticky and stable. See, again, just coast, chill. Yeah. See, look. Didn't have to come to a full stop. Why am I giving driving lessons? Excuse me. Yeah, pulling that Fred Flintstone braking stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you with the expense of the BMW activities. Fortunately, You know, I think I've been very fortunate. I never had any. One of mine, my 540i got it's always the sensors that go bad. It's never the thing that it's sensing in a BMW. That's been my experience. Like the knock sensors went. And that was the only, and it was out of warranty. That was the only repair that ever sucked. And I brought it to someone who just knows shit, you know. They changed the knock sensors and, you know, they did like an upper cleaning on it and whatnot, and then I sold it. I was just like, you know, I saw the guts, so, you know, that kind of turned me off. But other than that, I've gotten pretty fortunate with the BMWs in my life. But I remember going in, I needed a cabin air filter. It just wasn't pumping out the AC. And I go in, and they're like, Mr. Fredrik, we haven't seen you since you purchased. Just come right in. How can we help you? I'm like, I think I need a cabin air filter. No. Let's diagnose the problem first. And they're freaking diagnosing, and I'm like, I ain't paying for this shit. You diagnose all you want, you know? It's like, no, this will be complimentary. And sit down on our Corinthian leather couches while we get you an espresso. I'm like, I ain't paying for this shit either. And they're like, don't worry, Mr. Fredrik. We got you. And then they come out with the freaking estimate for the cabin air filter of like $645. I'm just like, you're out of your mind. I'm not giving you $645, you know? I already had watched a freaking YouTube video on how to change the damn thing. You drop your glove compartment. You know, there's like a tool that you need, but I made one out of a coat hanger. You know, and I bought one on freaking Amazon for like $16 OEM. You know, it's probably hot, but whatever. Giving them $645 plus tax and a diagnostic fee. Yeah, so they do try to hose you pretty damn good. And their maintenance plans are pretty freaking outrageous too. But most of my BMWs was when I used to be a obsessive leaser of vehicles. So I had a new vehicle like every 30 or 36 months. So I really didn't care. But then when I realized how dopey that was, it was a little different. Fine Corinthian leather. I'm reading chat now. Oh yeah, the brake. Like I said, the brakes. I can imagine. I think the dealer for the changing the knock sensors, they were just the knock sensors, and I had to put, you know, the premium in there, and the knock sensors were supposed to be. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. But the knock sensors, they wanted like $4,000 or something like that, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I had the M5, which was that was a vehicle. That was a vehicle. I mean, you know, 9 gallons to the mile, but that was a vehicle. And thankfully, I never, ever, ever had a problem with that vehicle. Not one, not one. And I'm extraordinarily thankful for that. But one of the problems with BMWs is they burn themselves out. They fly too close to the sun. You know, they get so hot under the hood that they cannibalize their own shit. They cannibalize their own sensors. They cannibalize their own wires. They cannibalize their own hoses. Anything that's rubber or plastic just gets trashed because of the heat coming out of the engines. They just never really did anything about that. That's a known issue. So, you know, you keep it more than 4 or 5 years, yeah, you're gonna run into all sorts of weird shit. You know, they're not a car to keep for life. That's why you can still you could buy an X6 that's like 7 years old, $90,000 new. You could buy them for like $13K. Because at that point, all these things, the car cannibalizing itself starts to happen. Same thing with Range Rovers. I love Range Rovers, but you know, after 3 years, you don't want anything to do with a Range, you know? You just don't, because that's when all them little freaking problems surface. It just starts falling apart. BMWs tend to be the same. The oldest BMW I had was an E34 525i. That was a great car. It was a great body design, great, reliable, still made, like, raw. You know, it was a straight 6, but it still had like almost 300 horsepower out of a straight 6. You know, it had the manual / automatic transmission. That car was cool, and it was freaking sexy too. And you could fix it yourself. You know, like I changed a window regulator, you know, in it. I mean, you could fix them yourself back then. But that was the oldest I ever kept one. I kept that one for like 9 years, and it never started falling apart. Yeah, exactly. I mean, research and development, you know, that's what these companies do. It's research and development. You know, they research it to the point where, you know, stability starts to... They made a car that was that reliable, they'd never make any money. They don't make much money selling it, just like a printer. You know, they give you the printer, and they charge you out the ass for the ink. It's the same thing with, you know, luxury vehicles. They basically give you the car, and they charge you to maintain it. And now they're coming up with crafty shit like sealed transmissions, sealed engines, sealed coolant systems, and all the rest of that, so you can't do your own servicing anymore. The RW has turned into one freaking giant billboard now too. They're making more off that than probably anything else. I'm gonna go see T-Pain. Yeah, okay. I saw some creepy shit about, what's the one? Demi Lovato, who's playing somewhere in town. I saw some stuff about her that gave me the creeps. I forgot what it was, but it still gave me the creeps. She was, like, talking to demons, and I don't know what the hell she had going on. A little bit of a red flag. Let's make one pass down here. There's some snow on the mountains over here. It snowed like a couple of inches last night. Looks purty during the day. We gotta take a daytime drive too one of these days. She's having some mental health issues. Yeah, well, she's stuff I saw about her today kind of freaked me out. The stuff I see about Taylor Swift freaks me out. She's so popular amongst young girls, tweens they call them, and young girls and young women. But her message is, some song where she's bragging about how many men she has, or how many men she does, and whatever, and she's dancing, and it's like, whoa. I don't know why parents are, you know, letting their daughters be exposed to that perversion that she's pontificating in her music with. Or they just don't care, you know? But she's a freak show too. Taylor Swift. Yeah, they'll let F1 cars drive right over that. Why would they just giant steel plates in the middle of the street all of a sudden? You could feel the bumps in the road already. There's no way. Look, there's another steel plate right in front of me. There's no way they're not going to repave this for next year if there is another F1 next year. No, Taylor Swift is not a wholesome individual. Listen to some of her music. I mean, don't listen to it. Just Google the lyrics. It's all about, I've been with all these men, and all these men are doing this, and my men are that, and it's very, very sexualized. Holy cow. The frickin' Volcano show's going off. I thought we'd never see that again. I think I just saw the frickin' volcano go off. No way. Yeah, and she's definitely screwing up football. I ran over a steel plate. Yeah, the frickin' volcano show's going on. We gotta catch that one last time, because they're gonna turn it into something else. Yeah, Taylor. So, like, all of a sudden she came out. Would she sell her soul to the you-know-what? Let's go see the volcano show. No way. That's how they all get popular again. I wonder if she's on the list of people who went to the island. Volcano show. No way. And there's going to be someone out there going, hey, Bror Fredrik, I'm tired of seeing that every day. Bro, it's been shut for frickin' 4 months. No way. No frickin' way. I'm gonna go as slow as I possibly can. Whoa, we gotta come and see this, yo. They should have let this rip during F1. No way. That's a surprise. Look at all the peoples. That is a surprise. All right, I was wrong. I said I was feeling we would never ever see that thing again. But they whipped it out. All right. That's okay. I don't mind being wrong. No, I'm not letting you go, Mr. Tesla. It was going on New Year's Eve? No way. Yeah, Taylor goes with men just so she could break up and have content. Yeah, that's what I think they all do that. I mean, the ones that, once that list comes out, people are going to be like, no way. You're going to think twice about, That's why I always say, excuse me, lyrics are more important than the music. I always endeavor to find out what's in the lyrics rather than just mindlessly, tapping my feet and bobbing my head. Because, it's got a cool beat, but it's talking about, death. It's talking about kitty weirdness or whatever. I want to know, because you are what you eat. This guy's getting ready to ruin people's day. You are what you consume. So just because it has a good beat. You know what else I was reading today? Which kind of freaked me out. There's another giant freaking plate in the middle of the street. Oh, I could have passed over there, but I'm not. They did a study that shows between 30 and 40% of all people do not have internal dialogue going on in their brains. And that blew me away. I was like, no way. You know what internal dialogue is like when you're thinking inside your own head, you're just like, figuring out the meaning of life, what you're gonna do, what you should add to your shopping list, how you're gonna deal with a coworker, You know, how you gonna get this contract sold, you know, things like that. Go like just thoughts in your head, an internal dialogue in your own head. You know, just thoughts. They say right now, see, I will even stop for this. I could have went through it like that guy did, but nope. I had time to stop, so I'm gonna stop for that red. But yeah, they say people just don't have internal dialogue in their head, and the percentage is starting to grow of people who do not have dialogue. I couldn't fathom that idea, because my brain, other than when I'm sleeping, my brain doesn't shut off. You know, I'm on the can, I'm thinking about something everywhere I go. You know, I'm always thinking and making calculations and maneuvers and thoughts and ideas and verification and replays and, you know, going on in my head at all times. Or I'm thinking about what I'm consuming, you know, as I'm listening to a podcast, as I'm listening to a show. I'm evaluating it for its value, you know, passing it through my own criteria to see how I agree, how I don't agree. You know, like it just never stops. And I never thought that was a bad thing. But to find out that people have nothing going on in their heads, I mean, is that more peaceful? Or is that just vacuous? I just can't contemplate that. And they say the study says that it's due to, you know, social media and the constant need to consume, you know, content of some sort, or consume music. Like there's people who just can't go a minute without music, and it's drowning out your inner self, you know, your thought processes, and it's being replaced by something external, so they don't have to listen to their own lives and their own thoughts. And I guess a lot of people don't want to be alone with their own thoughts. I guess that's becoming more normal, you know, maybe as people get more depressed or whatever, you know, over situations like $15 eggs and, you know, $2,000 studio apartments in the hood. But that blows me away. I'd like to hear people's thoughts on that, you know, because I don't want to condemn and say that's wrong if someone does not have internal dialogue inside their own brain, you know, when they're alone. So if you do, and it's a positive thing, you know, I'd like to hear about that. But it's something that I just thought was, you know, just that normal. When I heard that, you know, if I'm in a group of 3 people, one of them has no internal dialogue going on. I just never conceived of that. But that's just me. What do I know? The Rio remodel is nothing. I was in there the other night. I didn't see any changes whatsoever. Like none. Maybe they're doing the rooms or whatever. But as far as the property goes, I haven't seen none. Doors are still falling off the hinges. The same. They got the buffet area blocked off because they're turning it into a food hall, not court, hall. You know, and that's been like, it just hasn't changed. I can't speak for the rooms. The outside, little by little, they're starting to turn the lights on again, but this whole bringing it back to its former glory, you know, it's going to be 50 years old by the time that happens, you know? They're just not, I don't see any applied effort in there quite yet. I would like to see it done, but do I rest my mind sometimes? Well, yeah, like when I decide to turn it off, you know, I'll consume, you know, like, you know what I do. Like, I watch like watch repair videos and things like that. I watch shit that I will never do. I'll watch about, videos like the insane biology of the Arctic penguin, just something that I'm not going to engage with wholeheartedly, but I still end up engaging with it. I still think about it. Oh, coppers. This corner's kind of dangerous. But it never turns off. And I like it that way. Some people would call that overthinking, but overthinking's kept me out of trouble my entire life. Like, catching me off guard is... good luck with that. Where are we going? I know where I'm going. I gotta go buy some Monsanto-free breadcrumbs. That's where I'm going. Joe with the 2 banana rams. Your high-value woman doesn't have internal thought processes. That's okay. That's all right. As long as she thinks about me all the time, I'll replace her with me. You know what? That might not be a bad thing. Like her whole focus would have to be on me. So yeah, I would be okay with that. Yeah, what if she was just like so scatterbrained, she's thinking about 100 things at once? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. Yeah. That's accurate right there. I'm there to do all your heavy lifting, and you can just free your mind, and the rest will follow. Yeah. Where the hell are we going? I think it's too late to go to my P.O. box. Yeah, shit. Been closed for an hour. I feel like I'm taking you guys home. Yeah, I think that's a man's thing, Give a woman that security and peace of mind so she could shut her brain off, I'll do the heavy lifting for both of us. That way you can focus on me. That's a fair deal, right? I think that's very fair. I mean, I think that's what, by design, actually. I think that's what a good man's supposed to do. I think that's what a good woman is supposed to do. Gas is going back up again. Look at that, 417 yet again. Blah. Blah. Some guys would say, I like my women a little dumb. We had a whole conversation about this a while ago. And I don't think that's accurate. But I think that's a misinterpretation. Men like a woman, not who's dumb, but who's not worried, her mind isn't focused all over the frickin' place, Scatterbrained, worrying about the woes of the world and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. You sent a card and you sent a package, but not sure if it ever got there. Well, I'll know tomorrow and I will let you know. $2.99. Yeah, it's going up again. It came down to like $3.69, and then it bounced all the freaking way up to, like you just saw, $4 plus. A peaceful mind. Men love peaceful women. Finding a peaceful woman's like finding needle in a haystack. $4.50 in Washington. Yeah, it's about the same here. It just rained. I mean, it seems like it just stopped over here on the strip. It was. When I first pulled out, I thought we were going to get to drive in the rain. That's what I really wanted to do. But in a way, I'm glad we didn't. So we didn't, didn't run the risk of, like, having an issue. Because people drive stupid here. But it's been raining since, like, 3 o'clock or whatever. All right, people. Let's see. Let me fire back up. Now I'm taking the time to look at the chat a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what women, like, what do women want to have, like, let your, like, it's a man's responsibility to fight the dragons. A woman's supposed to be peaceful. It's supposed to be peaceful. You'd like to find a peaceful man, and he must be single. What a concept. You ask so much. Peaceful and single. Let's see what I can find. What brands are you talking? You talking about watches? I gotta scroll back. I'm just reading here. I gotta scroll back a little bit. And I like watching things. Oh, soap carving is extraordinarily relaxing. You've been to this Popeyes? I have not. Have you been to this title and cash loan place? Imagine that. How predatory is that? So you pull in there, you're like, yo, I'll give you the title to my car. And they're like, it's worth like $8,000. All right, we'll give you like $600. But if you don't pay us back in a month, we keep your car. Damn. Yeah, this is quite hoodie. Who found an outlet? Yeah, double shoe repair ones. Or go even a step beyond that. There's this Japanese dude who makes shoes like from scratch. Like he just gets a bunch, even the heels. He takes the leather and he creates the heel and you name it. It's just like, whoa. And he does it with those sharp blades and his and the stretching and the nailing and the molding. That's an unbelievable art. Bespoke shoes is crazy. Yeah, it's legal loan sharking. There's 1, 2, just right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6. There's 4 just in the strip mall and 2 across the street. It's pretty crazy. It's like 20, 30% interest and whatnot. Just because you own a big knife doesn't mean you need to wave it around. What is that in relation to, Miss Google? Just because you own a big knife doesn't mean you have to wave it around. I'm just trying to catch up on stuff. I always try to figure out the context of the conversations you guys are having. Women care about it. She wants to feed them. What? She wants to feed the dragons and hug them? I want to slay them. You want to feed them? Why would you want to feed the dragons that have to be slain? That I don't get. 400% interest. Yeah, I imagine these places make crazy money, but you're technically just like in, how would you say, putting money on the street. We can't talk about things like that. Putting money on the street, you're technically hoping you don't get paid back. That way you can go, you know what I'm saying? That's how those car loan places work. They're hoping you never pay it back. That way they get your car and can sell it off. It's just the way, how would you say, putting money on the street works. What are you guys talking about? 9 inches of snow? Whatever they want. What do you guys talk? I love trying to figure out what you guys... We're going from bath bombs to dragons to 9 inches of snow to what? guys are funny. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and I got a couple things I need to do, and then I'm gonna NyQuil my ass. That way I'm feeling awesome tomorrow. Oh, nice Hummer. It's a nice Hummer rolling up behind us. Hopefully it's not a drive-by. No, he passed. There he is. All right, cool. As long as he doesn't swing around. But I got the bulletproofing going on. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I thought that was a fun drive. That was one of the most relaxing ones because there was just no traffic. I appreciate your super chat activities, which was absolutely awesome. And I'm going to put that in my car right now because my range is down. It says I got 68 miles before empty. Yes, I'm going to go toss that in, and let's see, tomorrow, what's tomorrow? I don't know. I might go from the studio, or I might walk around the strip. Now that I saw the Volcano, I might have to go see that live and in person. That might be fun. We might do that tomorrow. But anyway, the only way you're going to find out is if you like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, just click on links down there, do all the stuff. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.